What up, guys? Welcome back. So we have our new review today. Real quick, some updates though. So primary thing is that I've been trying to expand like what we do here on the Pomp. Basically, been like setting up some affiliate partnerships with some of my most favorite like boutique clothing stores. And so currently we already have established some relationships with like Totokyo, and Clothing, Need Supply, and kind of looking at some other ones. Basically in the North American like continent and also beyond that. But basically, what we're trying to do is essentially I want to be able to share with you guys good deals, and also whenever I find something that's kind of worthwhile, something interesting, and it also happens to be like a really good price, but it's not in my size, which happens all the time. I want to be able to at least like pass it on to you guys in that way. But anyways, that's something new. Keep an eye out for that. But yes, other than that, today we'll be looking at the new Grim Grease water-based like pomade, and this is like a gel pomade. Basically, like last week we looked at the cream pomade, which was an exceptional product, and then basically what happens is that this year in the 2018 lineup they released three new products: a cream pomade, a water-based pomade, a gel pomade, and also an oil-based. And so we'll be kind of continuing down that line, looking at our second product from that line, which is this one. And we'll start off by looking at the jar, of course. In the 2018 lineup, we see a much more like minimalized, simplified, and very streamlined logo. Similar to the cream pomade, of course, just different colorway. You have Grim Grease, water-based. This 4-ounce jar, beautiful amber glass, heavy hold as well. On the top, you have very similar labeling: Grim Grease, water-based, heavy hold. But honestly, font types, things can be like improved. You see, like the gel is like the kerning is pretty bad. Kerning on the water base is also pretty bad. But overall, nice, like kind of not matte, but like matte luster type of finish on the label. Information on one side, other side, and opening it up, you can definitely tell immediately it is like a gel pomade. You see, it's like semi-transparent. Definitely has that like kind of look to it. But yeah, let's go ahead and use it. The smell of this pomade I actually really like a lot. So it honestly, to me, smells a lot just like Pim's Cup. Like basically, honestly, like a very citrusy, like cucumber, like cocktail. According to the notes, there is actually no cucumber in it, but you'll see what I mean. The musk mixed with like the slight fruit notes really kind of brings out this like smooth, like cucumber type of feel, because it also has this like soothing aspect to it. But like overall, it's more just like a fruity notes mixed with some like kind of herbal notes with like a lot of musks to it. It's overall a very pleasant smell. And yeah, let's go ahead and use it. So scooping it out, it's actually a lot softer than the other ones we've kind of looked at in the recent past. It feels a lot like Admiral's in a way, which we haven't looked or I haven't even used in ages. But slightly thicker, really. So really easy to scoop out of the jar, very soft out of the jar. It also has this nice kind of light feel on the hair right now. Not light as in the hole, but just a light weight. There's some like wetness to it that makes it easy to apply, easy to just move around. Because there are some gel types that really kind of dry up on contact, which really make it like application a hassle. And of all the products like we use, gel pomades are used for their convenience. So if it's like a hassle to apply, then we basically can just toss it out. There are so many gel like pomade options out there that like there's just no excuse to use something that's not like one of the best or not kind of meeting all our needs. So I'll probably just need one more scoop. And yeah, as you can see, applying it, moving it around is very easy. I can feel it just kind of like starting to not stiffen, but starting to settle a bit. It's definitely not hardening, but you can kind of see the water start to evaporate, which is actually pretty good timing right now, because then we're going to move into styling right now. And what I'm referencing is like some products like, so obviously the Film Rate kind of dries relatively quickly, whereas other ones stay wet for a really long time, like Admiral. And depending on your styling time, that can be good or bad. But we'll move with some pace. Let's go ahead and just comb things back, like always, making sure it's evenly applied. as you can clearly see, super easy to comb with. And so we'll go ahead and start styling it. And with that, we'll go ahead and just call that done. And obviously styles very easily, very intuitively, and everything is extremely well kept. So like as I was styling it, I definitely felt it like starting to dry. When it dries, luckily it doesn't really puff out like the other gel pomades where it kind of just puffs out and like disappears. It breaks a bit, it dries, but then there's this dry pastiness that kind of keeps it together. Obviously, if you need to reactivate it, you can put in a touch of water or just a touch of additional product, depending on what you need. But definitely also very slick. We only have a few strays, and that's likely just due to the timing, like the extra time I need to style when I'm also doing this review. But overall, like, I mean, yes, it's a gel pomade. It has good hold. This one's like a heavy hold. I would honestly say it's more like a medium firm. The weight is very lightweight though. Definitely one of the lightest, one of the cleanest gel pomades I've used, just because it doesn't also feel super gunky at all. And so I really appreciate that during the styling, during the application, and we'll see it throughout the whole day though. But yeah, so basically, also I guess we should also touch on the shine. I would say this is a neutral. Yeah, I would say a neutral. I can't really say that it adds any shine right now. Maybe you allowed it to kind of style a little more wet, you would have like an initial shine, but still, I imagine once that water dries, you still end up with this neutral look. But yeah, so go throughout the whole day now, and we'll see you guys in a few hours. Alright, let's go ahead and wrap up this review. So, I mean, as you can see, still have good volume, still look, it's like pretty good, has good form and everything. And so the endurance is actually like pretty impressive. I mean, it's what we expect from like a gel pomade. It hardens a bit, it's really able to like hold its form, but if it gets messed up, it messes up like catastrophically. So as long as like you're not like running around headbanging or anything, then like you'll keep your pomp for the most part. And as you can see, even if you're running your fingers through, like it still maintains like the general shape. Nice thing is that, like as I mentioned before in like the early part of the review, like this thing doesn't puff out as much as other like gel pomades. It has a dry like pastiness that does recede during the day or later into the day, but it's still there. It still keeps its general shape. You will, if you really want to really form things together again, you will need some more water or product to go ahead and reactivate it. I think the strongest accolade of this product is just the fact that it's very clean and very light, and it feels like I have no product like in my hair at all. It just feels very nice and clean. And you can kind of like see it in your hair in that like it's kind of like a little puffier, a little more natural in a way than other gel pomades, which really you can like see the sheen, you can see the hardness, you can see the shell take form. Whereas this one just looks a little more like invisible. It's a little more ghost-like, and I do appreciate that. That's something unique. That's something that puts this one apart from the other gel pomades. And with the amount of variety and just the sheer quantity of gel pomades we have on the market, it's nice to be able to just see something different like this, something that actually stands out. And so it does receive my seal approval for that aspect, for just being a super like clean, great smelling product. Obviously it's not super strong, it has kind of faded now, but in the beginning, a phenomenal smelling like product, easy to style with, it's super convenient, just a breeze to use. Only kind of drawback is that it's not a heavy hold. I would put it more as a medium firm. It's so very like balanced in a way. You can really get good shape, and you're really pushed like away from making like a wedge shape like pomp in a way. But yeah, so that was a review for Grim Grease water-based the gel pomade. Hope you guys got something out of that, and I'll see you guys in another review in the coming weeks. Peace out.